Yeah, that's fine.
It's right there.
we have to invite them on, right? Well, we gotta speak first, right?
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we do that.
Yeah, move over a bit.
Okay, so now we're like down below here.
Yeah.
Hello, test, test. Good evening, everybody. Hi. And welcome to the 52nd Annual Athletics Banquet. We are overjoyed to be gathered here tonight to celebrate another successful year of athletics at our school. We would like to take the time now to congratulate all of our athletes this year on their accomplishments. As well, them on their sportsmanship, they have demonstrated with their fellow teammates and competitors, and we would like to also recognize their milestones that they have achieved throughout the school year. All the commitment and effort that was shown by each athlete has helped make this year one to remember. To the athletes, you should all be proud of what you have achieved, both as part of a team and individually. You should also be proud of what you have achieved in your teams collectively.
We would like to recognize and thank all of our coaches for all of their hard work. So I want everyone to give a round of applause to our coaches. We would also like to recognize their countless hours they've put into helping our athletes, to help them grow and helping all of our athletes succeed. With their qualities of leadership, commitment, and encouragement, they've played such a huge role in our success for our athletes.
But not only that, we would also like to give thanks to our families, guardians, and parents. With your love and support of all the behind the scenes, it has been a huge part of our success this year. Whether that would be driving our athletes to the practices and games, whether that would be cheering them on from the sidelines at games, or even providing the encouragement that athletes needed through victories or setbacks, your love and support has made all this possible.
Michael Jordan once said that some people want it to happen, some wish it to happen, and others make it happen. This quote reflects on our athletes our athletes who have demonstrated this quote all year long. Success does not happen simply on game day or magically on its own. It comes from earned countless hours of practice, perseverance, and teamwork that all of our athletes have demonstrated.
Tonight, we celebrate not only just the accomplishments and the awards that were earned throughout the year by our athletes, we also celebrate the friendships that were made along the way and the memories created, as well as celebrating the lessons that the sport we enjoy to have taught us. Athletics have shown us the importance of showing resiliency. Athletics have shown us the importance of leadership. Athletics have shown us the importance of supporting one another, whether it be on or off the field, ice, track, or court.
As we look back on this incredible year, remember this: the true value of our athletics is not just measured by all the flashy trophies, the shiny medals, or by the titles. It is by the character we build along the way through all of the challenges. The determination, perseverance, and teamwork has brought us success this season, and we will continue to guide us long after the final whistle blows.
So once again, congratulations to all of our athletes, coaches, and our families for making this year possible. We hope you enjoy the evening as we celebrate all that has been accomplished. Thank you. Alrighty, so we would like to call out Miss Donnan for land acknowledgement, and then we'll have O Canada after that.
The Limestone District School Board is situated on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabeg and Haudenosaunee. We acknowledge their enduring presence on this land, as well as the presence of Métis, Inuit, and other First Nations from across Turtle Island. We honor their cultures and celebrate their commitment to this land. Today, as we gather in the spirit of sport, we acknowledge the importance of community, respect, and teamwork, values that align with Indigenous ways of knowing and learning and help strengthen our relationships with each other and with the land.
All right, everyone. So for our program tonight, we'll be first going through the fall teams, and then the winter teams, and then the spring teams.
And just right before we do that, we would like to call up our principal, Miss Jones, for her remarks.
Good evening, everyone. It's truly a pleasure to be here tonight as we gather to celebrate the incredible achievements of our Bayridge student athletes. This is a fun evening for me, partially because of the energy in the room and also because I get to be involved in athletics without actually having to demonstrate any actual athletic ability myself. At Bayridge, athletics are about so much more than wins and losses. They are about commitment. Early mornings, long practices, and showing up for one another day in and day out. They are about representing our school with pride, building resilience, and learning how to play and represent our school as a team. One of the things that makes tonight especially meaningful is the context in which our athletes compete. We are a relatively small school, and yet we consistently show up against schools that are at least double our size. And we don't just show up, we compete and represent ourselves with class. That is something we are incredibly proud of as a Bayridge community. I also want to take a moment to recognize the many people who make athletics possible at Bayridge. To our coaches, thank you for your time that you volunteer on top of your workday and away from your own families and priorities to provide mentorship and unwavering commitment to our students. You are true difference makers who provide a breadth of opportunities that many larger schools do not. To our families, thank you for the drives, the sideline support, and the encouragement you provide every step of the way. And to our student athletes, you represent what it means to be a Blazer. You balance classes, practices, competitions, and everything else life brings your way. You support one another, you rise to challenges, and you bring our community together in such positive and meaningful ways. Tonight is about celebrating your hard work, your growth, and your accomplishments. We are incredibly proud of each and every one of you. And I know you're not here to hear me give a long speech, so we'll continue to move on for what we're actually here for, celebrating our athletes. Congratulations to all of you, and enjoy the evening.
Alrighty, so as Clark mentioned earlier, we will be moving on to our fall, winter, and spring MVP awards and all that. But before we do that, I'd just like to mention that if you receive an award, we would like to invite you to get a photo of it just around the corner here. There's like a backdrop with a photo that you can get, and they will be sent to you later. And we would like to invite all of the parents and even the coaches if they would like to. And that's all I got. Yeah. And to begin with, we'll start with the fall sports. So we'd like to call up Miss French for their golf team.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a fun evening tonight. As coaching gigs go, golf is a bit of a different one. We actually don't spend a ton of time together, as our golfers know. We're kind of all over the place. There's not a ton of pictures. I did get one of us together. So we start pretty early with some fun tournaments, and then we move on building towards CASA. So taking us to CASA this year, we're Torin, Matt, Mac, and Darwin. And although we didn't take home all the big shiny trophies, a number of teachers came to me and commented on how well our athletes comported themselves during the day, which is a great thing to hear as a teacher and a coaching supervisor. So that was great. So looking forward to seeing some of these people out again next year. We have got some of us coming back. I wish I could give a plaque to everybody, but I got to call up Torin to accept our MVP award.
I've got some help tonight. Okay, so this year's cross-country team MVP is a student who truly exemplifies dedication, perseverance, and leadership. A hardworking athlete, he consistently puts in the effort both during and outside of the competitive season, training year-round to improve his performance and support his goals. In fact, his season reflects years of consistent running and training. As a leader, he may be quiet, but his actions speak volumes. He sets a positive example through his commitment, reliability, and strong work ethic. He is always prepared, communicates effectively with coaches and teammates, and can be counted on to show up ready to give his best. His dedication to the sport and his team has earned the respect of those around him, making him a deserving recipient of this year's MVP award. Congratulations, Jonathan Swan-Holtz-Ruskin.
All right. Advance the slide, boys. Up top, by the way, they're going to get thanked. Hey, now, calm down. Up top, by the way, running the tech tonight, they're going to get thanked later, but I just want to point it out now. James and Declan doing a heck of a job up there. I'm not used to being up here so soon because usually tennis is in the fall, but this year we got moved, so tennis is now, in the spring. Now it is in the fall. Tennis is actually a pretty big commitment here at Bayridge. We practice twice a week and we do it early in the morning. And I don't know how many of you have experience getting teenagers out of bed before 7 o'clock, but it's not easy. And of the 22 players that I had on my courts, 21, I would say, showed up on a regular basis. I'm not going to mention any other names. So at CASA this year, we actually missed winning the team award for most points at the CASA event by 1. So we had an amazing year. We had tons of people participating. We moved 10 different students onto EASA and had a great season. However, for the tennis MVP, it was tough, but we had 2 grade 12 athletes decide in their final year to try tennis for the very first time. They didn't have any tennis background, no years of training, not sure they had rackets. They just were athletes who thought, why not? Let's go try this. And then in completely reasonable fashion, they just went out and won the gold medal at CASA. So clearly we've been overthinking this years of practice thing. I'd also just like to point out that sometimes coaching is about strategy and skill development, and sometimes it's just about repeatedly bugging students in the hallway until they say yes. So never give up, people. Either way, their athleticism, competitiveness, and willingness to try something new led to an incredible result. Your CASA gold medalists and senior boys doubles and this year's MVPs, Torrin Murphy and Peyton Gray.
Hello, everyone. Before we get to the Field Hockey Awards, I would like to take a minute to thank Ms. Sharp, Ms. McConnell, and then Avery and Izzy for joining Shania and me on the coaching staff this year. I also want to give a shout out to our international athletes who brought so much energy and fun to our team this year. You'll definitely be missed. And to our graduating players, Abby, Bell, Lou, Cordy, and Dara, thank you for everything you've given to our program. It was a special year for our team. We were a young group with a lot of talent and a really bright future. With 30 athletes on our varsity team, choosing an MVP is always a particularly daunting task. And we make a point of listening to the voices of our players when we make our final decisions. Our junior MVP is Olivia Spada. There is no question that Olivia is an outstanding athlete. She excels at just about every sport she plays, and field hockey is a perfect combination of her two favorite sports, soccer and hockey. Olivia is incredibly fit. She has an excellent game IQ, and she is such an integral part of our team. We would argue that even as a junior player, she's probably one of the best players in our league, and we absolutely love watching what she does in the field.
Our senior MVP is Lou Miranda. Lou has been a steady force on our defensive line as our sweep, truly our last line of defense. Lou rarely came off the field and showed incredible commitment to the team all season. With a consistently positive attitude and the ability to stay calm in stressful situations, Lou anchored our defense and never gave up, no matter the circumstances. Congratulations.
I turned to them and I was like, yo, what the heck?
Go ahead.
All right, we're here to present the awards for junior football. So there's a couple of them. So we're going to start with the Lineman Award. So a team captain, vocal leader, and star on both sides of the ball. This year's winner exemplifies everything that we strive for with our football program. Dedicated to his craft, this individual has never missed a practice, gives full effort 100% of the time, and in many games has never left the field. And we're talking offense, defense, every special team possible, he's always out there. As both an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman, there wasn't a position on either side that wasn't mastered. Like having a coach on the field, others would routinely ask him what they were supposed to do before coming to us. Deciding that he needed even more responsibility, as a coaching staff this year, we decided to also add running back to his position list. Recognizing the drive, determination, and athletic ability, we knew that this challenge would be accepted with open arms, and of course it was. I am pleased to present this year's Junior Football Lineman Award to two-time winner Jeremiah Hickey. All right, next we have defensive MVP. So as a junior program, many of our players arrive never having set foot on a football field before. Learning new positions, the rules of the game, and even where all the equipment goes is all part of the process. For some, this continues on into grade 10, and for others, like tonight's winners, they move from just trying to keep up with everyone to leading from the front. A fierce competitor, tonight's winner was never one to shy away from contact, becoming the hammer instead of the nail. Regardless of if it was facing a speedy receiver or a 300-pound lineman, every challenge was met head on and always with a smile on his face. As coaches, we stress the importance of coming together and being there for your teammates. This individual is fiercely loyal and willing to go to battle for his teammates, and they would reciprocate because they knew he had his back. This year's junior football defensive MVP is Felicium Mbale.
Come on, run this like you're 800. Let's go.
Last but certainly not least is our offensive player for junior football. What I can say about this gentleman is he has very steady leadership. He leads by example. He had a highlight reel 65-yard touchdown pass over the middle. He's moving up to senior next year as our pivot. He wears number 11, but he's number 1 in our hearts. Colby Emmons, come on up. It's there, and then this is the snap. Here, shake it down. Great.
Okay, come on off, guys. We'll get some pictures. Is that your water bottle?
Hi, everybody. I'm the senior football coach, Coach McPhail. Apologize for being underdressed right now, but when you guys were coming in, you seen little guys up there playing football. We're up there coaching the junior Blazers, grade 7 and grade 8, trying to bring in some football players, hopefully, in our future. Kirk says we don't get the guys with playing experience. Hopefully, we can improve on that. Okay, just quickly, snaps of the season. It was one of our best seasons we had since I've been here. We won a couple of games. We finished in 6th place. And you know what? We left the keys to the basement with another team. And we're on our way up. And you know what, folks? The impressive thing that this was, we had 32 players on our team. 16 of them never set foot on the football field before. 16. That's insane in my books to see that happen. These young men, you know, just out of coaching and hard work and being coachable, they turned this team into what finished a really strong team that lost to number 3rd place Sydenham by 2 scores and a field goal in our last game. It was amazing to watch these guys develop and just to see the character that came out as the season went on. And we had 7 All-Stars, which is an impressive mark for this school. It's our most ever. So I'd like to finish off, just saying I'm really happy and we look forward to the future. So we'll get into the awards here. This first young man it was tough to make a decision. I'll give one clue away. Our offensive line is the most important part of the team. You can't do anything without your offensive line. If you can't run, you can't protect your passer, you're not going to win. This is the number 1 position in my books on a football field. You're basically, if you don't have a good O-line, you're not going to win. And we had the smallest O-line in the league. We had probably averaged 205 pounds when most teams average around 270 to 280. So just let you know the difference. But these guys still made people move. Even at the All-Star game, they were like, you had the smallest O-line. We knew you were going to run, and we were preparing to run, and you guys still were able to run on us. So that being said, this was a tough decision. We had 2 guys that were pretty close to making the All-Star team last season, and one of them didn't make it. And I have to reward the other fella, our smallest O-lineman, but smartest and toughest, James Kennelly. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, our next award is for Senior Defensive Player of the Year. And again, this is, we had some really good defensive players, but this is a no-brainer. This guy's been a 3-time All-Star. He's a standout, coachable, works hard, and just a character above beyond reproach. He was a leader on our team. Other guys looked up to him. He played running back, linebacker, tight end, you name it. He would step in and play it. And we're going to miss having him, but we're excited to see what he's going to do for the York University Lions football team this fall. AJ Carscallan. Okay, for Senior Football Offensive Player of the Year, again, another character guy. I mean, I can't speak of a kid with more character than I met, a young polite man, hard worker, and one of those guys that put the team before himself. When he got hurt, a player stepped in and took his spot, and when he came back, he told us, "Coach, I'm fine with that, just put me somewhere else." And we did put him somewhere else at fullback, and he made All-Star. And it was his second time as an All-Star. Unfortunately, there's not going to be a third. I wish there was, because we're going to miss this young man. Hudson Peters, you're our offensive line. And I love the bow tie. I always have. Okay, this is the Senior Football Coaches Award. And again, with the Coaches Award, we kind of look at the guys that hit I know Bayridge has the ROC philosophy. We have a philosophy of self-discipline, hard work, humility, and also integrity, and go to school. A few players will tell you what happens when you miss a lot of playing time. Anyways, this young man, we had our meeting after our end of last season, and we might as well come out and say we had no quarterback. And without a quarterback, you can't play football. It's pretty much the most necessary position on the field. And we said to the room, who wants to play quarterback? And there was not a rash of hands popped up. None, except for one young man. And this guy went and pretty much put his team before himself. There was no I in team for him, not even the M and the E for him. He was putting himself ahead of the team because he moved from a position that he was experienced at and was really good at to a position where we had to coach him up and he had to work. And this young man did everything he could to get his team to win. And the fact that he dove on the sword and was willing to put himself in the position that we needed when no one else was, man, I tip my hat to that young man. That showed a lot of class in my book. Needless to say, Nick Johnson, you're our Coach Award of the Year. Oh, you're pretty good. Okay. Have a good night.
Great. So keep them here. Yeah, you grab. I'll take it. In our football program, we created something a little bit new, a little bit special. And this is the first year of inductees into this new program. It's called the Bayridge Football Award of Excellence. I'm going to merely just tell you what the criteria were that these, we had 5 players that reached this status, and we'll call them up, but I just want to tell you this, what they needed to do. They met the criteria of never missing a practice over 3 years of football. They were never late to a practice for 3 years minimum of football. They attained an 80% or higher average, and they acquired 150 hours of volunteer work. I would like to congratulate James Kennelly, Harry Sturgeon, AJ Carscallon, Hudson Peters, and Owen Meany, who was not able to make it this evening.
Thanks, guys.
Tonight it is my privilege to present the MVP award for the junior girls basketball team. This junior girls squad had an incredible season, especially compared to last season. I don't like to dwell on the past, but my first season with them here, we didn't win a CASA game. We won some in tournaments, and that was awesome. This year, we medaled in every tournament we played in. We made it to the semifinals, and we made it to EASA. We made even the toughest competition understand that Bayridge is indeed a force to be reckoned with. Now, a successful season is never the result of one person alone. We all know that it takes group effort, commitment, and the desire to compete. But every team has a player that leads in overall contribution. And I will just say, you can't spell MVP without the letter V. Offensively, Vivian was our most consistent scorer. Whether she was attacking the rim, creating opportunities for her teammates, or turning a broken play into a highlight, she always found a way to put points on the board. She took pride in the defensive side of the game and consistently accepted the challenge of guarding the opponent's team's best player and being an absolute disruptor in our full court press. Now, I firmly believe she never got tired, despite how many times she would tell me she is tired. I would choose to ignore her because she is simply that good. No, I would let her rest on the bench for about 45 seconds. So I would like to congratulate our junior girls basketball MVP, Vivian the Viking King.
Just adjust this a little bit. Hello, my name is Miss Kirby, and I am going to be presenting the Senior Girls Basketball MVP Award. This is actually my second year coaching basketball for somebody who never played and doesn't understand the rules of basketball. This team really taught me a lot, so thank you girls for being patient. And thank you to Coach Mike for holding us together and telling us, the rules when we needed to know them. He can't be here tonight, but I'm going to be giving this speech on his behalf. These words are from Coach Payne. Every year, choosing a most valuable player is a difficult task, but this year the choice was completely clear. It goes to the person who spent the most time on the court, ran the most miles, and understood what Coach Mike said at least once in a while. Being the point guard for a senior women's team is not for the faint of heart. This player held strong even though it's not her typical position. Our season was a journey of nonstop growth. We improved every single game, mostly because our captain refused to let us take a play off without putting her head down and getting back on D. When her team were all gasping for air, she was still sprinting. When the games were tight, she demanded the ball. All of that exhaustion, sweat, and focus paid off in our final game against LCVI. To understand why that game meant so much, you have to look at where we started. For several years, a win against a team like that felt completely out of reach. We took our knocks, we felt the frustration, and we waited for our moment. In this final game, our captain put the team on her back and changed the narrative. She drove the ball down the lane, play after play, and trusted her teammates to get the job done, guiding us to a massive emotional victory, first one in years. Breaking that multi-year streak was the perfect exclamation point on the season. This year's senior girls basketball MVP is none other than Alyssa Sills. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, my name is Miss Dearborn and I'm alongside Miss Ullman and we're here about junior volleyball. Our junior volleyball MVP is an ideal example of what coaches hope in an athlete. The score, offensive or defensive stats are only one way to measure value in sport. The qualities that truly define an MVP are hard work, dedication, leadership, and the ability to make those around you better. This athlete checked every one of those boxes. Our season wasn't easy. Our win-loss record was definitely not what we would have hoped. It would have been easy to get discouraged, frustrated, or give up, but not this player. No matter the game or the practice, he shows up with a positive attitude and a willingness to work. He accepts feedback and constantly looks for ways to improve. When he makes a mistake, he owns it immediately and focuses on the next play. This year, he worked incredibly hard, learning a completely new position. He was selected as a CASA All-Star, a well-deserved recognition of the skill and leadership he brings to the court. Congratulations to our junior volleyball MVP, Matthew Edmonds.
Hi there, I'm Mr. Dwayne. I'm the senior boys volleyball coach here at Bayridge. I have a tradition of having the athletes on the team vote for MVP on my teams. So this player was voted MVP by his teammates. He's an incredibly hard worker, reliable, dedicated, but most of all, he's highly skilled. He has an amazing vertical, and this kid can really crush a volleyball. I saw a significant amount of development last year when I coached him, and that only continued into this year as well. He was the captain of our team, and he is very deserving of the MVP award, Andrew Koss.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm the coach of the senior girls volleyball team. We had a little bit of a rough start, me not knowing a lot about what I was doing. I had a team that was there to support me. So I'd like to give a round of applause to all my players out there because they stepped up, helped me look after things, and made sure the team was running flawlessly. I'd also like to take a minute to embarrass some other coaches as they took time out of their schedule to step up and teach me some stuff that I needed to know that was vital to move these girls forward. I'd like to thank Danielle and Steve right over here for stepping up
teaching me vital stuff I needed to know in moving forward. And in that, the girls had a pretty good season. They did have a couple of wins in there, and they had 3 other games that were very close. We did not get eliminated until the final game of the season, which kind of put us with 1 tournament left to play. The first award I'm giving out tonight is for the best defensive player. This person I got to watch grow over the season, looking to improve herself no matter what position she was looking in to cover the entire court. Even though the season was over for us and we played a tournament at the end of the season, this person still continued to dig in to improve herself, and it definitely showed as the team relied on her to dig us out and started getting a couple of wins even at the last tournament, even though our season was already over. So with that, I would like to call up Isabella. Sorry, Isabella. Thank you for the big support for our team. Next up, I'll be giving out the award for the MVP for senior girls volleyball. This person had a very quiet demeanor at the start of it, actually started getting overlooked just simply because of how quiet she was. In taking time to take notice of her and watching how easy volleyball came to this person, the sportsmanlike conduct that this person carried throughout the season, and everybody looked to her for help in bettering their play. She always took time out for anybody that needed her to try and help get our team better. This award goes to Alyssa Sills. Sorry. Oh. Nice guy.
What's that? What's that? That's us. That's us. Which one are you looking for? Nope. All right, so just a little bit before we talk about the athletes. First of all, sorry, Daryl, when the winter season starts, it seems to take a long time to end. So we did not tell him that when he signed up to coach the senior girls. So sorry, Daryl. Also, just a quick little note about our season. We were cursed with the 5-set loss. And so, yeah, sorry to bring that up, okay? But you know what? Perseverance on the whole squad. And so a lot of 7 a.m. practices, which they assured us over a while, they didn't mind. And thank you if you were lying. It doesn't bother us at all. So thank you very much, team, on behalf of your coaches for putting up with us at 7 a.m. Now, I get the honor of awarding the Coaches Award. Is that the right next slide?
Yes, you're good.
Super. All right. All right. So the Coaches Award is given to an athlete who represents the values of what we hope to build into our program. Not just through the performance, but through attitude, effort, and leadership. So this athlete is an absolute powerhouse on the court. She competes with intensity, always pushing for the win and bringing energy, lifts up everyone around her. What stands out most about this athlete is that she never settles. She is constantly looking for ways to improve her game, welcomes feedback, and is incredibly coachable, which is a huge value that we put a lot of emphasis on in the junior program. She turns all of that advice into action. Beyond our season, however, she shares her love and passion for the sport with our Junior Blazers volleyball program, bringing enthusiasm and helping inspire the next generation of volleyball players. Congratulations to this year's Junior Girls Volleyball Coaches Award, Alice Brewer.
You can sing way back. Way back.
Hi everyone, my name is Danielle LaRue and I'm here to present the Junior Girls Volleyball MVP Award. If any of the coaches have ever taught the recipient of this award, which I have, I think 3 times now, you think she's quiet and gentle. She's not. If you've ever seen her play volleyball, you'd be shocked to find out that she's an absolute powerhouse. Not only does she have a wicked serve and a great attack, but she hustles around the court on defense, willing to put her body on the line, and she does, even when she shouldn't. She's also the loudest one on the court, which we love as coaches, and she even gives me a run for my money. This year, this recipient took on a leadership role as the captain of the team, and I couldn't be more proud. No matter what, she was pushing herself in practices and in games, and also lifted the people around her up with her smile and her energy. And I'm really excited to see what she does at the senior level for volleyball. So I'm pleased to award the Junior Girls Volleyball MVP to Ashlyn Cox.
Are we good?
We can go take calls. Two more.
Hello, I'm Miss Ullman. I coach the junior development volleyball team along with Miss Swain and Miss Dearborn, who will also help me out. Our season was actually very successful because we were finally able to offer 2 teams in the junior development tournaments, which was very, very exciting. And I'm here to present the MVP for the junior development volleyball. This athlete was committed from day one, showing up to every 7 a.m. practice, ready to work and improve. She consistently listened to feedback and, more importantly, put that feedback into action. Her commitment to the team and willingness to learn resulted in tremendous growth throughout the season. On the court, she used maximum effort for every point. She also has a consistent and powerful serve that became a real weapon for her team. She was also a fantastic teammate. She encouraged those around her, brought positive energy to every practice and game, and always seemed to have a smile on her face. The Junior Development Volleyball MVP is Claire Begin.
Good evening. Well, I don't have any direct experience with being a younger brother. As the oldest of 4, my sense is that sometimes when you're in this role, it feels like you have to work exponentially harder to develop your identity than your teammates who occupy the older brother or only child role. However, as the moon can eclipse the sun, and a pressure can form a diamond, the most valuable of minerals, the commitment to this work sometimes produces incredible results. Our MVP was one of our toughest competitors. He was not intimidated by any opportunity placed in front of them. He led the team in scoring on the season and against the elite of CASA basketball Frontenac, KSS, Regi, and Holy Cross. And he also finished with the greatest number of Big Money Player of the Game recognitions on the course of the season. Of course, the thing that I think he might be most proud of are his dinner table bragging rights, which he earned against Napanee by scoring 38 points, a full 9 points more than the family's previous best. Congratulations to our 2025-26 Senior Boys Basketball MVP, Nathan Arnott. As a high school basketball coach, one of the attributes in players that I respect most is a willingness to grow through the game. While growth is often measured in points, rebounds, steals, or blocks as the player moves from game to game or season to season, a much more important kind of growth comes to players who willingly take the risks that see them pushed out of their comfort zones and towards embettering themselves as people. Well, this year's junior basketball MVP definitely had the statistics of a growing player. As an example, he had an 8-fold increase in points per game over his grade 9 year. What made him our MVP was his steady leadership and consistent presence at both ends of the basketball court. I am truly excited to see for him and the core of our group, which is a grade 10 core, to see what comes next as they lock down roles on our senior teams next year. Our 25-26 Junior Boys MVP is Preston Weaver.
I always feel a little bit like I'm surrounded by giants when those guys walk by. Up next is our swimming MVP, and clearly I am not the coach of that swimming team. Neither is Ms. Nemi. I'm not sure how that got put in there. That's my error for sure. Anyway, the swimming team is kind of new this year. We have held swimming in the past, and we brought it back because there was some people in our building that said, hey, we enjoy swimming, we do swimming, or we want to try swimming. And so we made this opportunity available for a select number of athletes. And so this year, the MVP was selected by Miss C to be the one that reached the furthest and was actually at the OFSA championship. So congratulations to Dylan Downey. Dylan, come on up.
All right, I kind of figured this out. Except I just loosened it. Okay, we had a strong showing at Junior CASA this year with a couple of top 8 finishes, a 3rd place finish, and a CASA silver medal in women's doubles. The team of Honoka Hisamatsu and Akari Nagano were incredibly strong badminton players who developed as a team over the season. Early in the season, they were only comfortable playing against other junior girls, but by the end of the season, they developed the confidence to challenge any other team at practice and usually won the game. They managed to beat the eventual CASA champions in the semifinal, which led to their silver medal finish. Congratulations to Honoka and Akari, this year's junior badminton MVPs. I know I gave them a ticket to come tonight, so they were planning on it, but I don't see them here, so that's unfortunate. All right, so moving on to open badminton then. I'll take the mic again this way. It loosens on me, so I'll have to hold it. This year's MVP, senior MVP, lives and breathes badminton. He is trained for badminton by joining the cross-country team and playing in an adult badminton club twice a week, in addition to our school club and adult badminton club, and our team practices. He watches videos for strategy and does additional drills to better his game. He loves to analyze the game and accepts feedback. He is respectful of his teammates as well as his opponents. It has been a pleasure coaching such a dedicated and skilled athlete. I'd like to congratulate Alex Abink, our senior badminton MVP. Aw, thank you.
All right. Is this on? There we go. All right. Next up, we have the boys hockey MVP. So a stalwart on our program since he arrived at Bayridge, this year's winner exemplifies all the traits that we look for in our student athletes. Regardless of results, our coaches always knew that we would get nothing less than 100% every shift. It should also be noted that some of those shifts would last for 5+ minutes in length. Not because he refused to come off the ice, but because that's what was asked of him at some point throughout the season. A respected leader both on and off the ice for us. When this individual spoke, others around would listen, heed advice and encouragement when it was provided. Leading our team in scoring for the past 2 years, his offensive prowess was never in doubt. However, this year he was asked to play defense for us a lot. Most games would see him switching back and forth multiple times with no complaints, happy to play wherever was needed to give his team a better opportunity to win. And even though it didn't happen, I know if I had have asked him to play net, he probably would have done it. So on behalf of myself and Coach Kevin Halton, I'm happy to award this year's boys hockey MVP for the second year in a row to Mac McCaw. No.
Yeah. I am pleased to be presenting the MVP award for our girls hockey program, and I brought someone to help me this evening.
Hi, my name is Izzy.
This year's girls hockey MVP is a player who made an immediate impact from the very first game of the season. As a grade 9 athlete stepping into a team of mostly older players, she didn't just hold her own, she became a driving force in our lineup. She finished the regular season as our leading scorer, posting an impressive 6 goals, thank you, and 6 assists in just 8 games. Her offensive instincts, creativity, and confidence with the puck made her a constant threat. Time and time again, her ability to create something out of nothing led to key goals and her breakaway moves. Well, they were simply gross. But what truly defines this player is her resilience. Hold it up here. Midway through the season, she faced a major setback, suffering a concussion in our 4th game. For many athletes, that could have derailed their season. Instead, she showed determination and perseverance, working her way back and returning just in time to make a huge impact in the playoffs. And what an impact it was. Hold it right there. Ooh. In just 2 playoff games, she contributed 4 assists, stepping into every role the team needed. Whether it was on the power play, killing penalties, or shifting between center and wing, she did it all without hesitation. She proved herself to be not only versatile, but completely dependable in every situation. Beyond the stats, she brought a tremendous attitude to the team every single day. Her work ethic, positivity, and willingness to do whatever it took to help the team succeed made her a natural leader, despite being one of the youngest players on the roster. This player represents everything you want in an MVP: skill, resilience, versatility, and leadership. And she's also an absolutely amazing role model for many, including my daughter Izzy, who's helping me present this award tonight. I'm going to turn things over to Izzy to share with you who our MVP for girls hockey is.
Congratulations to Addie Swain.
Hello. I realized I didn't introduce myself before. I'm Miss Stewart, and I coach cross country and alpine skiing along with Miss Brennan, who unfortunately could not make it tonight. So I'm here to present the MVP for our alpine ski team. So this year, and this is pretty new to Bayridge. Since I've been here, I think this is only our second year that we've had a true ski team. So hoping to build that program. So this year's alpine ski team MVP was a student who loves the slopes and had a positive spirit throughout the season. And after remembering how to properly wear his ski bib, he was our fastest junior boy. He led by example on the slopes and achieved an impressive 8th place finish overall among all junior boys in CASA. His strong performance played a key role in helping the junior boys team earn a 5th place overall finish. This year's recipient of the MVP award is Matthew Edmonds.
It's at your height.
It is at my height.
Okay.
You can reach from here too.
The 2026 version of the Bayridge baseball team was undoubtedly one of the youngest on record. I'll bring it up for you. Dominated by 10th graders, the team needed more than anything strong.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
Assistance, eh?
Well, you didn't ask for good ones.
Strong, positive senior leaders to navigate the ups and downs of a season. The thing that strikes me first about our MVP is his leadership, his willingness to remind our junior and senior players alike that everybody finds adversity on the baseball diamond. It isn't the strikeout that determines your worth as a player, but the response you make in your next opportunity to hit that does. His approach grows other players as people. Now, lest you think he's a good lead, no-hit kind of guy, his name also appears on 7 of our all-time lists, including hits, runs scored and batted in, stolen bases, and most recently, home runs. Congratulations to Torrin Murphy, our 2026 baseball MVP. Yes, Steve. This is the problem. You coach both stick sports.
I mean, I am helping you make it.
The competitive girls softball team. That's a good-looking team right there. Played with a new set of rules for the first time this season. In previous iterations of the tournament, the coaching staff would pitch to the players with the hope and expectation that the girls would put the ball in play, score more runs than their opponents, and compete for a title. This season, the game shifted as pitchers would now face batters from the other side of the diamond and look to throw strikes with the intention of putting their defense to work and preventing their opponents from scoring runs and competing for a title. Our MVP was a linchpin in this transition. At the plate, she made opposing pitchers pay for pitches over the heart, going 7 for 11 with 3 walks over the course of 4 games. In the field, she took on the responsibility of forcing our opponents to make outs. In 2 of our pool games, her ability to find the strike net led to important shutouts, first against Holy Cross and then against KSS. Congratulations to the 2026 softball MVP, Esme Barfoot. Unfortunately, Esme couldn't be here tonight, so we'll accept this award on her behalf.
Okay. All right. It's Miss Kirby again, but I will be presenting on behalf of Miss Brown, the coach of the senior girls soccer team this year. The winner of the senior girls MVP goes to a talented player. There's no doubt how talented this player is, whether she be playing at defensive or offensive ends of the field. She's a force to be reckoned with in the backfield, stopping even the strongest and fastest of strikers from racing past her, to shooting star on the offensive end. Honestly, her soccer agility is next level. This player led the team with humility, quiet leadership, and commitment to giving each and every game her all. This award goes to Yenna Bay. Congratulations, Yenna. Okay. The next award is a special award, the Jimmy Lauder Award for Excellence in Soccer and Commitment to Soccer. So I'm also going to give this speech on behalf of Miss Brown. So the Jim Lauder Award is awarded to a senior player who best demonstrates solid performance on the soccer field, as well as strong academic excellence in school. This player is someone who lights up a room or a soccer field. Whenever she was on the field, she was smiling and positively encouraging her teammates. She played a strong defensive role on this team this season and led with vocal leadership. She's described as a role model for all members of the team and as someone who was willing to help other players grow and reach their potential. Not only does she shine on the field, but this player shines brightly as one of Bayridge's highest academically achieving students. This award goes to Belle Farrell. Congratulations. And I get one more up here. So I was the coach for the junior girls soccer team this year. Choosing an MVP for junior girls soccer can be daunting. There's 23 players on a team, but this player has always stood out in her time on the pitch at BSS. She truly embodies what women's soccer should look like and feel like. It can be tough to keep the morale of the team up when facing a losing score, but this player brought enough energy and determination to rally on the rest of the team, no matter the opponent or the outcome. Not only is she our team captain, she's also our leading goal scorer and the player who put in the most minutes out of anyone, often playing full games without a sub. Her grit is noticed by all. I can't count how many times I had our referees coming up to me after the game to applaud this player for both her leadership and her tenacity on the field. It's been an absolute pleasure watching her growth over the last 2 years, and I look forward to the next 2 as well. Your junior MVP is Olivia Spada. Thank you.
On to senior boys soccer. This was the most still I could get this group to be. As soon as you threw a soccer ball on the field, they would just start going and chasing it. Thank you, Tristan. The senior boys soccer MVP this season is unable to be here tonight because he's actually playing a soccer game up in Ottawa. He plays for our district team at a very high level. So, and I'll actually let you know who it is. So it's Owen Meany. He's unable to be here tonight. And so virtually every game this season, I would talk to Owen after the game, and I would just talk about how much he had to put the team on his back because he would do whatever it would take at any level. And more importantly, he's a team player that he wants what's best for his team. He's extremely talented as he's practiced a huge number of hours. In one of our games against SMR this season, I had to stick Owen to cover their best striker and just not let him touch the ball. He's skilled. He doesn't need to be flashy. He can do it all on the field. Congratulations, Owen Meany.
I'll be presenting the junior boys soccer MVP. This year's winner was also voted by his teammates. He's a very talented player who had a real knack for finding the back of the net. He scored multiple goals in the majority of our games this year, including 4 goals in our quarterfinal game against Frontenac Secondary School. I'm not sure if you're aware, but both Mr. Allen and I were students here at Bayridge Secondary School, and now we've been teachers here for quite a long time. So we've been around the building for a while now. And neither of us could remember a single player scoring so many goals in a single soccer season. This year's MVP for junior boys soccer is Felicien Mbale. You think so? Oh, no. No, okay. And there's a plaque here.
Oh. Not off to a good start. When this athlete shared his goal of qualifying for OFSA back in September, we knew he was aiming for something extraordinary. For anyone familiar with high school athletics in Ontario, OFSA represents the highest level of competition for high school athletes, and it's a dream that requires tremendous dedication, perseverance, and heart. Well before the season even started, this athlete demonstrated exactly what it means to be committed to a goal. He trained consistently, often spending weekends at the YMCA, running on the treadmill, even during the cold winter months. Time and time again, when we asked how his weekend had been, his response was simple: I was training for track. His hard work translated into incredible success on the track. At CASA, this athlete captured first place in the 100 meter and second in the standing long jump. He continued his winning season at IASA, earning first place in the 100 meter sprint before advancing to East Regionals, where he placed third again in the 100. Most importantly, this athlete achieved the goal he had set for himself months and months earlier. He qualified for OFSA, but he did not stop there. At the provincial championships, he moved up 2 spots from his original seeding to earn a place in the 100-meter final. He ultimately finished 8th in Ontario, earning an OFSA ribbon and the distinction of being the 8th fastest boy in the para division in the province. This athlete's journey is a powerful reminder that when dreams that dreams become reality through hard work, consistency, and believing in yourself. We are incredibly proud of all that he has accomplished this season and cannot wait to see what goal he sets and achieves next. Congratulations, Miko Bugna.
Right. Specializing in the 80-meter sprint hurdles, this athlete approached every practice and competition with incredible focus. Despite balancing multiple sports throughout the season, she remained committed to her training, attending multiple hurdle practices each week and continually looking for ways to improve. Her hard work paid off as she consistently lowered her times and achieved personal bests throughout the season. Her accomplishments speak for themselves. She is your CASA champion, EASA champion, East Regionals champion, and finished 6th at OFSA among the best athletes across the province. Yes. While flying over hurdles at top speed, she somehow manages to look calm, cool, and completely in control. She never lets the moment get too big, remaining focused no matter what. Beyond her success on the track, she is one of the kindest athletes you will ever meet. She is always willing to encourage and support her teammates and fellow competitors, demonstrating humility and sportsmanship in everything she does. The track and field MVP is Vivian King. I didn't see Miko's. Sorry.
Okay, this ultimate Frisbee team was by far the best I have ever coached. For context, this is the first time I have ever coached ultimate Frisbee. But I did play in elementary school, which was about 20 years ago. However, that's why we have Coach O'Hearn, who played in elementary school, but that was only 10 years ago. We heavily relied on our MVP to do some of the coaching for us. Now, he was the unsung hero of the group. And I'll just let you know, Mr. James, where are you, James? You are our MVP, but I have some words, but I'm gonna make you stay up here. James always worked hard, communicated with his teammates, and consistently showed up ready to rock at practice, which apparently is a hard ask for lunchtime practices. We're a very committed group and we do a lot of things here, and ultimate wasn't always the priority, but we had 60-something try out. We kept 32 for both tournaments. We had 17 for CASA, and we would maybe have 8 for practice, but we made it work and James was always there. Offensively, he was everywhere at once. Whether he was making a diving catch or trying to make a diving catch, or when there was absolutely no possible way he could ever catch it, he would still try to dive and catch the Frisbee. He had a perfect ability to launch a throw perfectly. Is that the correct terminology? We'll talk about it later. And he always found a way to make something happen. Defensively, he was equally as impactful. James brought leadership, positivity, and a competitive spirit to practices and tournaments. He led by example and made the players around him better. And although, his hair is nice, it's not quite as nice as Andrew Koss. You can ask Andrew what that means later on, but it's still holding up real nice, Andrew. Good job, buddy. And yeah, not nice as Andrew Cuss, but you are still our MVP. Congratulations, James.
Hello again. I'm Alicia Witter. This is Bonnie Benz. We have the absolute honor of presenting the Special Olympics MVP Award tonight. The recipient of this year's Special Olympics Award exemplifies everything that Special Olympics stands for: dedication, perseverance, teamwork, sportsmanship, and heart. Throughout the year, this athlete represented Bayridge Secondary with pride across a variety of sports, including bowling and soccer baseball. He participated in qualifying tournaments for track and field, soccer, basketball, and bocce, embracing every opportunity to compete and challenge himself as an athlete. This athlete also earned the opportunity to compete at the Special Olympics Ontario Track and Field Championships in London, Ontario, an event that brings over 1,000 athletes. There, he competed with determination and heart in shot put, standing long jump, and his specialty, sprinting events, including the 100 and 200 meter. His hard work and dedication were rewarded with ribbons and medals across multiple events. One of the highlights of the championship was this athlete's contribution to the 4x100 meter relay team. As the anchor runner, he embraced the pressure and responsibility of the final leg of the race, helping lead his team to a gold medal finish. But what makes this athlete so deserving of this recognition is not only his athletic ability, but the way he approaches sport. He consistently demonstrates outstanding sportsmanship, celebrating the success of others and showing respect to competitors, coaches, and officials alike. He leads by example, giving his best effort and reminding us that being an athlete is about far more than results on a scoreboard. It's about courage, teamwork, perseverance, and inspiring others through your actions. It is with great pride that we present this year's Special Olympics Award to Miko Bugna.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to take a tiny little break from the awards. And two things are going to happen. If you have a raffle or your ticket, can you break off the end piece and hand it to Miss Nemi? We're going to do a little raffle at the end. So this is Miss Nemi. Miss Nemi's waving. There, yeah. Okay, so while you're doing that, we're going to play a little game. Now, there's a common misconception that high school coaches peaked in high school, and I want to set the record straight. We did not, in fact, peak in high school, but we're going to play a game in which you have to look at us playing sports in high school and before, okay, which doesn't necessarily counter the misconception. So all you need to do is you're going to look at a photo of one of your coaches or staff members at Bayridge, and you can just shout out who you think it is. We won't be too long, so just shout it out, and then celebrate with your friends if you get it right. Okay? Okay. Perfect.
That was a lot of hair back then. Okay, so we're at the stage next where we're going to do our point award winners. So I'm going to have both Ms. Jones and Ms. Donnan be able to hand these out. And first, no, sorry, wrong plan. You got this one. Okay. And there's the garbage pail for some garbage. I'd like to share with you how people earn points. And so every team sport earns you 20 points. And if it's a sport that's maybe just a tournament, a festival, a one-day event, is 10 points. And so players accumulate these over their high school career. And at certain milestones, we celebrate it. So we celebrate it at the 180-point award, the 260-point award, and the 400-point award, which is a very coveted award. Not many years is that one actually handed out. I'm going to pass it over to Ms. Nemi to announce the 180-point award winners.
So it's quite a long list. So as I state the names of our recipients, if you could please come up, but hold your applause until everyone is up, if you don't mind. So 180-point award athletes: Alexa Bink, Caroline Cotton, Matthew Edmonds, Owen Felsky, Jack Giffen, Jamie Held, Nicholas Johnson, Vivian King, Andrew Koss, Isabella Lamha, Kenton Meldrum, Ben Reed, Alyssa Sills, and Maddie Voigt. Congratulations all.
And while these point award winners stay on the stage here, we'll also invite the 260-point award winners. Would the following: AJ Carscallan, Abby Ewing, James Kennelly, Torin Murphy, Owen Robb, and Jonathan Spunholtz Ruskin please come up.
And additionally, we really want to bring a lot of recognition to this award, a 400-point award. It's not always received. It takes a lot of dedication to be able to accumulate 400 points, especially in just 4 years. That's 100 points a year, if you're not great at math. So that means averaging 5 teams per year. And so we want to congratulate Clark Delaney, our 400-point award winner.
Okay, let's go.
Well, they're exiting the stage. I pulled the raffle ticket just off to the side to speed things up here, and I checked on my original list. And Dylan Downey, you're the winner of our $20 Sport Check gift card from the raffle.
Right here. Here, I'll take it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Both of you guys are coming up. We're moving into the final phase of our athletic awards tonight, and I'd like to bring up Mr. Dwayne and Mr. Gibson to present the International Student Awards.
Okay, it is my pleasure to present the International Athlete of the Year. This award recognizes a student athlete who joined our Bayridge community for a short time, but left a lasting impact through athletic accomplishments, character, and commitment to sport. Now, the winner of this award is already back in Spain. I asked Mr. Allen to fly me to Spain so I could personally deliver this prestigious award and heartfelt speech, he said no. Real nice, Sean. Nevertheless, despite joining BSS for only a short time, Ona became a key part of our basketball team and was a critical piece to our successful season. She was incredibly skilled on the court, maintained a competitive spirit, and brought out competitiveness in every game, despite often playing out of position. Now, there was one problem with Ona. There was just a wee bit of a language barrier. I only speak a little Spanish, and her English was no bueno. But fortunately for us, basketball is a universal language, and she was fluent. She always knew exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to celebrate after a big win. I mean, all of our Spanish players knew how to celebrate after a big win. The whole hotel room, doesn't matter where, knew when we won. She embraced the Bayridge community, represented her home country with pride, and showed that sport has a unique ability to bring people together regardless of language or background. Congratulations to the first ever recipient of the International Athlete of the Year Award, Ona Ramola. I'm going to hold this award, Mr. Allen. I'm going to keep it, and if Ona wants it, she's watching live stream, he has to pay me to fly me to Spain, okay? Okay. We'll send it to you, Ona. We miss you.
So I'll be presenting the the male athlete for international students this year. It's every year lately at our awards meeting, we acknowledge the special contributions that our international students make to our athletics program. So this year we finally made a specific award for them. This year's winner was a captain on his team. He was a significant influence on his teammates. He had a very positive attitude. He was a skilled member of our junior boys soccer team. And I'd like to thank Lucas Georgi for his very significant contribution to Bayridge Athletics this year.
Thank you. I've never been called that before.
Okay, me again. Mr. Stewart and I are honored to present the Grade 9 Athlete of the Year Award. This athlete has exhibited impressive performances in several different sports. 8 to be exact. Yes, 8. Now, as an English teacher, if one of my students came to me with a character who, had a wicked serve in tennis, could play multiple positions in volleyball, could dominate down low in basketball, rally with the best in badminton, strike fear into her opponents in the hockey rink, hit dingers in softball, and throw a discus and javelin into the stratosphere, I would tell them to take a hike. That character does not exist. Well, fortunately for our sake, Addie Swain, it is very realistic. Now, typically when presenting the major awards, we connect with the recipients' coaches to gather insight into their accomplishments. We did not need to do that for Addie because we knew what they were going to say. Addie is talented. Addie is hardworking. Addie is a great teammate. Addie is absolutely dominant. Addie's favorite sport is basketball. Okay, maybe not that one. That's a weird way to pronounce basketball. But I have heard every coach, including myself, say we are lucky to have Addie Swain. As her basketball coach, I can attest to what the other coaches have said. All I needed to say during a timeout was give the ball to Addie and let her work. And she would always do something special because that's who she is. She shows up in the big moments, learns lessons from the low ones, and celebrates loudly with her teammates, both Canadian and Spanish alike.
As the high school coach of her actual favorite sport, softball, I can confidently say that Addie brings maturity and quality of leadership to the diamond more characteristic of a senior player than a freshman. She defends the infield with abandon, ranging left and right to take prospective hits away from opponents' bats and turn them into outs. During the slow pitch tournament, it seemed like every other inning ended with Addie involved in recording the final out. Whether on the tennis, badminton, basketball, or volleyball court, hockey rink, throwing circle, or softball diamond, Addie Swain makes a difference. She is a tenacious competitor, a positive leader and cheerleader, and the very best kind of representative of Bayridge athletics. I look forward to watching her development across the spectrum of athletic possibilities over the next 3 years. Congratulations, Addie, on this tremendous accomplishment.
You gotta stay up here though.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Is that, I can't read that. Is that like, is this grade nine?
Yes. I thought we were.
We've got one more here. So I am also up here to award the male recipient, grade 9 athlete. Our male recipient has played football, badminton, ultimate, and soccer. He has speed, lightning fast reflexes, and a passion for all sports. He takes feedback and implements those suggestions to further his game. He is willing to play any position asked of him on the field and is appreciative of every opportunity provided to him. I've had the pleasure of teaching him in phys ed. Uh-oh, hold on. My phone wants to edit. I can't see paperwork, it's too small. I've had the pleasure of teaching him in phys ed and coach him in badminton, and I've always been impressed by his athletic skill and his energy that he puts into his performance. I was thrilled to see this athlete try out for badminton. He picked up the game very quickly and improved dramatically, resulting in a third-place finish in mixed doubles with Addie Swain at the CASA Badminton Championships. I'd like to congratulate Chase Smith, the male recipient of our grade 9 athlete award.
Jamie, look at Jamie.
Oh, there she is. You can edit it.
All right, hello everyone. Oh, is that working? Well, here we go. Okay, so Mr. Allen and I are up here to present the Top Junior Athletes Awards. As you can see in your program, this award is presented to a male and female athlete who have demonstrated superior athletic achievement throughout the school year. This year's recipient for the female award has not only achieved excellence across multiple sports for multiple years, but has done so with remarkable consistency, dedication, and integrity. As a grade 9 student, she was recognized as our top grade 9 athlete. Rather than resting on that accomplishment, she returned this year even stronger. She earned a basketball MVP for a second consecutive year and led her team to a CASA semifinal and an EOSA berth. This year, she once again was named a track and field MVP, and on the soccer team, she is a force with speed, skill, and determination, making an impact whenever she steps onto the field. As you've already heard, her accomplishments on the track are truly outstanding. While the CASA champion last year in the 100-meter sprint, she chose to focus on hurdling and set her sights on OFSA. She began training for this season in December with multiple technical indoor practices every week. After winning CASA Gold, she was the EASA champion and the East Regional champion, punching her ticket to OFSA. Competing against the best athletes in the province, she finished an impressive sixth place overall. In class and in the hallways, Vivian is fairly quiet, always friendly, and always polite. She is a lovely person to be around. And although she carries those qualities onto the court, field, and the track, she also transforms into a fierce competitor. She is strong, powerful, and fast. In basketball, she is a top defender. She is relentless, wreaking havoc in a full court press or challenging the best player on the opposing team. That lovely person to be around is perhaps not so lovely to have as an opponent. She is focused and intelligent, creating opportunities for her teammates, turning out-of-system plays into highlights, finding ways to put points on the board and soccer balls into the net. She treats teammates, opponents, coaches, and officials with respect. She is humble and 100% coachable. Her achievements this year have brought pride to our athletics program and our school. Please join me in congratulating this year's top junior athlete, Vivian King.
Better this one too. Lots of hardware.
Under top junior athlete, I have the privilege of describing this gentleman, and I'd like to do it by just a series of comments from coaches and players. This guy has a great personality. That could define a lot of people in this room. This guy was one of the biggest improvers from grade 9 to grade 10. He's a record setter. He is affable. He is loved by his teammates. He's fast. He's tenacious, and he's not afraid to put in the work. He ends every practice or session dripping in sweat. If you haven't figured out the individual yet, I'm going to share that he plays football, soccer, and track and field. He can run an 11 on the beep test, and hopefully will be running cross country in the fall. This player, once he put the ball in front of him in soccer, we would just put it out in front and let him run it down. He was averaging 2 goals a game in soccer, 5.3 tackles per game in football, and his 800-meter sprint time is 2 minutes and 21 seconds at EASA. Congratulations to Felician and Ballet. Good. Yeah.
Hello again. This year's female recipient of the PHE Award joined our Bayridge family when she was in grade 11, and I still remember meeting her on the field hockey pitch on the second day of school when she showed out for our tryout. Right away, what stood out was her attitude, her work ethic, and her willingness to step outside her comfort zone to try something completely new. From that moment on, she earned a place on our team and became a steady, reliable presence on our defensive line. Her teammates describe her as calm, steady, and solid. She is the kind of athlete that every coach hopes for, dependable, focused, and committed. She rarely missed a practice, and while she may not have always had the loudest voice, she consistently was a positive and steady force within our group. But this athlete's contributions go far beyond one team. She has been an integral part of our Bayridge Phys Ed program in so many ways, always willing to give her time and energy to support others. Whether it's helping with the Bayridge Road Race, working fundraising canteens to make money for athletics programs, or volunteering at badminton tournaments with Nimi, she showed up, she stepped up, and she made a difference. I've also heard how she went above and beyond as a peer tutor in a grade 9 phys ed class last year, setting an example, building connections with her younger peers. Add her commitment to courses like Senior Power Fit, and it's clear that she has fully embraced everything that our Bayridge Phys Ed programming has to offer. Simply put, this athlete was meant to be a Blazer, exemplifying commitment, integrity, teamwork, and everything it means to be a rock star. We're so glad that she joined our Bayridge family. It is my pleasure to present this award to Lou Miranda.
Now that you know what the PHE award is, this award is not just simply being a great athlete. It's about being everywhere. It's about the student who seems to show up at every season, every gym, every field, sometimes to the point where you wonder if he actually goes home. This year's recipient definitely fits that description. Over his time at Bayridge, he's competed in volleyball, soccer, tennis, badminton, ultimate, and hockey. At a certain point, I think we just stopped saying, "What team are you on?" and started saying, "What team are you not on?" But that is what makes him truly deserving of, what makes him truly deserving of the PHA award isn't just his participation, it's his impact. He brings positivity, consistency, and a genuine enthusiasm for athletics that lifts the people around him. He's the kind of teammate that every coach wants and every team benefits from. This year, he also stepped into a major leadership role as co-president of Athletic Council. And rather than just keeping things running, he helped to push things forward. Alongside his other co-president, he introduced new ideas like a 3-on-3 basketball tournament and a World Cup-style intramural soccer competition, which might still be going on, I don't know. Events that were creative, inclusive, and most importantly, actually lots of fun, which, as we all know, is kind of the point. These events brought students together and gave more people a reason to be part of our athletics community, exactly what this award is all about. Now, on a personal note, I've had the chance to get to know him a little bit more closely than most because thanks to his big brother Reed, engaged to my daughter Emily, he is very close to becoming family. So I just want to say, good luck, Clark. We have so many issues. In all seriousness, though, getting to know him even a little outside of school just reinforces what we already see here. Someone who is thoughtful, hardworking, and just genuinely a great guy to have in your community. What's even more impressive is even though all of this has been balanced with a very high academic standard. He's been a big part of the Bayridge Computer Science program, amongst other things, and next year he'll be heading to Carleton University for architectural engineering, which feels appropriate because he spent years building something here at Bayridge. He has left a lasting mark on our athletics program as a competitor, a leader, and someone who made the experience better for everybody in the building. He truly embodies everything that this award stands for, and it is my honor to award this to my son-in-law guy, Clark Delaney.
Mr. Allen and I are pleased to be presenting the Sportsmanship Award, and this is presented to senior athletes who consistently represent the ideals of Bayridge athletics before, during, and after games. This year's female recipient is an athlete who consistently demonstrates respect, integrity, and leadership, both on and off the field. Coach Kashasu shared that this athlete not only gives her best in the pool, but also uplifts teammates, shows respect to competitors, and exemplifies fairness, kindness, and perseverance. Coach Swain describes this athlete as an enthusiastic member of the field hockey team who is kind to all and is always asking the question, what can I do better? And then putting in the hard work to improve every time she hits the field. As a coach and teacher, I have personally had the privilege to work with this athlete both on and off the field and can say without a doubt, from the first day she started at Bayridge, her positive attitude and caring nature has certainly not gone unnoticed. And as you've heard this evening, kindness is a trend with this athlete and is something that will be greatly missed next year as she moves on to post-secondary. I cannot think of anyone more deserving of this award, and I'm incredibly proud to present this year's Sportsmanship Award to Cordy Quelch.
All the things, Corey, all the things.
That is probably one of our heaviest awards, so hopefully I'm going to be brief, right? Okay. So on the male sportsmanship side, this athlete, I think, eludes sportsmanship, is extreme. You good? You good? Yeah. All right. There. That's better. Oh, that's easy. Okay, great. But equally, I think could be our hardest working athlete, could be our top athlete, could be our top graduating athlete, because he has all of it. He has every single part. He's humble, gracious, extremely committed. He was sidelined in football this year due to a separated shoulder, and he still, even the very next practice, wanted to at least kick a ball in a sling. In junior soccer, he liked to take his time getting the ball up the field. I knew he had an untapped gear, and senior proved that he was a dominant member of that, putting his teammates into a position to succeed. He moved from a center back position, which he's been playing since he was a kid, into the spine of the field as we needed him as our center defensive midfielder. I think sportsmanship is probably the most important thing that we can learn. This guy has it in spades, and I couldn't be more proud of him. I think, I'm pretty sure, because I was chatting with him about it the other day, I think he's going to be able to return for a 5th year with us, and he's just going to make our building that much better. Congratulations to our Sportsmanship Award winner, Owen Meany.
That's okay. That's okay.
You're also really close right now.
Am I giving it to Owen Meany too? Oh, goodness. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay. So I'm up here giving the hardest working athlete female award. Well, who keeps spiking my mic? Back up. Okay. Now I've written some stuff down and then I've had some handwritten stuff, so bear with me. This is not one of the best things I do, even though if you've been in my class, you know I talk a lot. So tonight's hardest working award goes to an athlete who showed up every single day with consistency, positivity, and commitment. Whether it was a 7 a.m. practice on a cold, dark winter day, or if it was a game day at 7 p.m. when it was cold and dark. It's a bit of a theme. But she always arrived with a huge smile and ready to put in that hard work that was needed to be a team player. Her leadership is not loud, it's not in your face, but it's felt by everybody that plays with her. Through quiet confidence and constant support, she helped elevate her teammates to create a stronger team environment. What makes her especially deserving of this award is that no matter what role she was asked to play, even when it wasn't in the spotlight, she embraced it fully and made it most of every opportunity given. And then I hand wrote in something here, but I think I'm going to skip to the next part and then I'll get to the handwritten part. Inner monologue. And from the back row, she became one of our strongest offensive forces on our volleyball team, proving that impact isn't about position, it's about effort, attitude, and heart. And then this handwritten part in is a message from my family, from my kids. Recently, a couple of up-and-coming Blazers, soon to be here, got an opportunity to work alongside this athlete, and through their hard work, passion, and patience, trust me, I know, they needed patience to work with these two. They found their voice on the volleyball court, and which for me, as a parent watching that, was huge to see that happen from behind the scenes. And so from Evan, he says, thank you. This year's hardest working female athlete is Julie Stewart. And then you get this bowl too. And then we'll just put that there. I'll find some other things.
Okay. All right. So I'm here to present the Hardest Working Male Athlete Award. And this award recognizes a student whose commitment, dedication, and work ethic sets them apart. And this year's recipient is truly deserving of that honor. Throughout his 4 years at Bayridge Secondary School, he has been a constant presence in athletics, participating in sports during every season and giving his full effort to every team he joined. He trains year-round, continually striving to improve and never shying away from a challenge. If he is asked to do something, he not only gets it done, but goes above and beyond expectations. His coaches know they can count on him because he's always there, always committed, and always reliable. To highlight the character of this athlete, Ms. Brennan recalls a specific preseason track workout. It was a grueling pyramid workout and it was cold. It started raining, then it started snowing. Others chose to cut the workout short, not him. He completed the maximum number of sets. This kid is tough mentally and physically. On the hockey team, this athlete has started all 4 years of his high school career. He was a dependable and steady presence on the blue line and was asked to play big minutes and in all situations. As a grade 12 this year, he took on a leadership role, quietly leading by example and setting the program standard for our younger players. His relentless work ethic, positive attitude, and unwavering dedication to athletics make him an outstanding role model and a worthy recipient of the Hardest Working Athlete Award. Congratulations, Jonathan Sponholz-Ruskin.
A picture of the two of you. I did too. Yeah, picture. Don't they have a list? There's parents who want to take pictures. All right, hello. Mr. Duane and I are going to be presenting the top athlete awards.
which are presented to the senior athletes who during the school year have demonstrated superior accomplishments in athletics. So I will be presenting the top female athlete. This year's top female athlete award goes to an athlete who competes in basketball, volleyball, and track and field. She also took on a new challenge this year by entering her first high school powerlifting competition, where she finished as the second strongest female lifter with an outstanding 286-pound deadlift. Her coaches consistently describe her as a calm, focused, and coachable. In volleyball, whether attacking at the net or defending from the back row, she consistently puts her team in a position to succeed. She is a quiet leader who combines physical strength with mental toughness. As a shot put and discus thrower, she competes as an individual, but remains consistently level-headed. Whether an attempt was a personal best or a disappointment, she locks it in for the next and knows exactly what adjustments will help her succeed. We often joke that she needs to put a little more anger into her throws, but she's simply too kind and steady to let anything get under her skin. As a senior, she has also taken on a mentorship role, supporting and encouraging a grade 9 thrower. We are proud to recognize this year's top female athlete, an athlete whose versatility, humility, leadership, and character have stood out across every season. Congratulations, Alyssa Sills.
Okay, I'll be presenting the award for the top male athlete this year, and I'm actually just going to call this athlete up to the stage so I can say nice things about him and while he's standing here. So this year's top male athlete goes to Andrew Koss. Come on up, Andrew. So as you've already seen, Andrew has had a significant impact on Bayridge athletics this year. He was the senior boys volleyball MVP. He's an outstanding leader, a great player, great teammate, and he made great strides in his play this year. And he was very willing to help anyone else on the team improve as well. Miss Nemi echoed those sentiments as it pertained to badminton. She described Andrew as eager to learn, dedicated to improvement, which she did see a lot this season. Mr. Gibson said he is a natural leader. He consistently brought energy, athleticism, strong work ethic to every practice and to every game. He has amazing speed, a relentless effort, which allowed his team to succeed on the field. His coachability and positive attitude set the standard for his teammates, and he was a competitor who led by example and elevated those around him. So congratulations, Andrew Koss.
Okay. I'm fortunate enough to get to present this award for our top female athletics and academics award recipient. So this year's top female athletics and academics award is going to a person who shows up ready to get to work no matter what she's doing. She's a bright light in the sports that she plays and in the classes she takes. And she's always there to lend a hand for her teammates, teachers, coaches, and peers. She's a multi-sport athlete, playing defensive positions for both field hockey and soccer, and throwing in the odd badminton set here and there. To top that off, she also stepped up and took on the challenge that is being in the net on the soccer field, a position that most players shy away from. She came to me determined to learn how to play keeper, and she put in the work with a smile on her face. As a co-captain, she has always had a pep talk ready for the team, and she always asks how she can help out. The same goes for her academics. She's been an honor student for 4 years with an excellent work ethic and a passion not only for the sciences, but also for the humanities. She's excelled in the BCSP program here at Bayridge, has been an excellent student council co-president, a Blazer News host, and a champion of equity. She's off to Queens in the fall for life sciences and biochemistry and has earned herself a Joyce Family Foundation scholarship too. Truly, this girl can do it all. It's my honor to award the top female athlete and academics award to Belle Farrell.
It is my honor to present this award tonight to this year's recipient of the Male Athletics and Academics Award. He's a Blazer who truly excels in every arena here at Bayridge. Athletically, he's been a key contributor across our football, track and field, hockey, and ultimate teams. No matter the sport, he brings intelligence, toughness, and an unwavering work ethic. Ms. Ullman describes him as a dedicated javelin and discus athlete who constantly improves, achieves his personal best, and remains humble. She also highlights how he supports younger athletes, earning their respect through knowledge-manship and leadership. Mr. Begg speaks of his impact as a 4-year starter on the football team, never shying away from difficult matchups and consistently finding ways to succeed through both strength and intelligence. There's a theme here. In hockey, even in his first year, he stood out for his effort, never taking a shift off and always bringing a positive, encouraging presence. In the classroom, he is just as impressive. I've had the pleasure of teaching him math several times, and his ability to problem solve and think creatively is exceptional. He has constantly excelled in the Waterloo Math Contest. He's been a member of our Mathletes team since he arrived here in grade 9, and he's contributed to our program by mentoring and coaching younger math students. More important, he has a genuine curiosity for learning. He doesn't just aim for a result, he aims to understand why. This mindset combined with his work as a peer tutor in his senior years makes him a true academic leader and a proud representative of our Bayridge community. James Kennelly represents everything we value here at Bayridge, both on the field and in the classroom. Congratulations, James.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Hi, everyone. Myself and Mr. Stewart are going to be presenting the Top Graduating Athlete Award. I'm going to be presenting the female side. This is presented to an athlete who's consistently demonstrated exceptional skills and leadership in athletics throughout their time here. I started coaching the recipient of this award when she was in grade 10. One thing I quickly learned about her is that her favorite thing to do is play sports. She's played field hockey, volleyball, ultimate, soccer, badminton, tennis, softball, and even this year joined the cross-country team. I did have to ask her about all the sports she played because I forgot. There were so many. Her field hockey coach says that she has been the foundation of the varsity girls field hockey team and has played since her grade 9 year. She's a great player and a strong, enthusiastic leader, helping the team carry on the traditions of their past while also creating new traditions. Her ultimate Frisbee coaches say that no matter what is happening during a game, she brings a positive attitude. She's a phenomenal athlete and always impactful on the field. I was lucky enough to coach her in volleyball for the past 3 years, and it has been wonderful watching her grow as an athlete and a woman. A common theme amongst her coaches is that she's a leader on sports teams. She lifts others up and has a drive to win, but can do so with a smile on her face and keep the game fun. She has a mentality where she can always improve and wants to do better, and that's something a coach loves to see. One aspect of this award has to do with leadership, and she was an integral leader for our Junior Blazers volleyball program for the last 3 years.
almost for the entire duration of our program. She gave countless hours to teaching middle school students how to play the sport and just showed the most enthusiasm every single week. Although I'm extremely sad to see this athlete graduate this year, I'm excited to see her continue to play sports, and maybe one day we'll see her coaching as a teacher alongside us. It's my honor to present Abby Ewing with the award for top graduating female athlete.
All right. I'm going to reveal the top graduating athlete much earlier in the speech, and so when I do, if he could join us on the stage. The Top Graduating Athlete Award celebrates 4 years of athletic excellence. As a member of the Bayridge golf, tennis, volleyball, hockey, baseball, and ultimate teams, Torrin Murphy exemplifies a way of excellence. Torrin's coaches use words like fierce, focused, competitive, and skilled to describe his talents. To use a baseball term, Torrin is a gamer, loose in practice and locked in games. There's no doubt about Torrin's willingness to take on any challenge in front of him, from playing in and out of position on the ice to keep hockey games within striking distance, to tracking down opponent shots at the net and baseline en route to a CASA men's doubles tennis title. Torrin's coaches also use words like leadership, sense of humor, respected, and versatile. As teachers, we recognize the character of a player described in these terms. Torrin exhibits quiet confidence, but his actions speak loudly on the court, ice, and field. He's a role model for his peers and for the athletes from younger grades make up the teams that he captains. I've been lucky to watch Torrin's journey up close during 4 seasons on the baseball field. As I mentioned in his MVP speech, I'm proud to see his name on a number of our all-time lists, and with one more season in front of him, he may end up at the top of a list or two. For all these statistical accomplishments, I'm even prouder of the positive influence he has on our players, from his peers Peyton and O-Rob to our baseball neophytes Dom and Alex. I would also note that should Torrin wish to add basketball to his Bayridge resume, his performance in the school 3-on-3 tournament suggests he'd be a great addition to that team as well. Your top graduating athlete, 2026, Torrin Murphy.
Are you sure?
That was actually one of the groups that I want to speak of next, actually. Could I get every member of the Athletic Council stand up? Athletic Council, stand up, please. First off, look around at the demographic of this group. From sports to leadership, I think Bayridge is in great hands. Thank you guys very much. I'd like to also highlight another group of specific individuals. Could all international students please stand up? Now, this is only a small representation of our international students because some of our programs wouldn't be as successful or might not even run. You are a huge part of Bayridge Athletics. And it goes to show that our coaches, during our meeting for these athletic awards, voted unanimously and demanded an award that recognizes the impact of international students. So thank you very much. The third group that I'd like to have stand up, could all members of the Junior Blazers volleyball please stand up? Thank you for your leadership. For our future Blazers, this program makes people better volleyball players and also makes them better individuals. I last have the opportunity to go through and thank some people that made tonight possible. I'll start off with our lights and tech. Thank you very much, James and Declan. To our stage assistant, Tristan Messenger, thank you very much for getting things here on time. To our MCs, Clark and David, thank you very much for your time at this. Somebody go out and get our photographer while I talk about the next couple. For our Kahoot set up by Olivia, Stella, Vivian, thank you very much for setting that up. That was a lot of fun. Next up, I'd like you to look at the cover of the program. The cover. Look at the cover of the program. This cover was created actually by a former graduate at Bayridge. So George Zhu had been part of this for the last couple years, and he said, Mr. Allen, if you ever need a hand with this in the future, any parts of this, I'd be glad to help. So George put together this, even though he's graduated and on to university. So thank you, George. I'd like to thank our photographer, Eli Parker. Thank you very much for taking photos tonight. Next up, the awards slideshow. So Mr. Swain, Mrs. Swain, Mr. Gibson have put in tons of hours to make this possible. So thank you very much. The meal was tremendous tonight, so thank you to Ms. Cox, Ms. Cameron, and the whole Bayridge culinary program for that delicious meal. Next up, I'd like to thank Ms. Nemi, Ms. Dearborn, Mr. Gibson for helping lead the Athletic Council through the year and their contributions to this banquet. So thank you very much. They pick up a ton of slack. Anything that I can't do, I just put to them and they do it all. So thank you. I want to thank our administration. We're very privileged to have an administration that always keeps saying yes to our athletics programs, anything we want to do. We've come up with an idea. So thank you very much, Ms. Jones, Ms. Donnan, and Mr. McCullough. Thank you. Next up, I want to thank our parents. We have a lot of parents here tonight, but then also for even parents who aren't here, they get you to and from games, practices, and everything. They are the backbone to make things happen, and it's with huge support. So we really value that parent support. So thank you very much. And we don't have an athletics program without our athletes. And so our athletes, they show up in numbers and consistently demonstrate all of those things that we need to do as Bayridge Blazers. So congratulations to our athletes. You'll lastly notice that there's one group that I haven't talked about and acknowledged, and it's because they're the backbone of what our athletics program does here at Bayridge. Our Bayridge coaches dedicate so much time, and this can't be done without their involvement. And they just volunteer their time. So I really thank you so much for coming out and helping out. So athletes, parents, if you would please thank this group of coaches. Take care, have a great night. I know a few people will be sticking around to help us break this all down and get everything put away. Thank you. Good night.